Alrighty, so another battle report. Awesome. So I got my Ravenwing here, and then my buddy's got his new Eldar. So this is kind of the table deployment. It's basically pitched battle. It's Purge the Alien, and the Eldar rolled to go first. So we kind of have it, set up here. So let's go over a little bit over the lists and deployment. Okay, so real quick, looks like we have 4 wave serpents over here, and 2 of them have dire avengers in them. I believe so. 5-man dire avengers. We have Asserman in one with an Exarch, 5-man guardians. Then we have in reserve a fire prism, Farseer, Artark. Mm-hmm. And then on a bike.
You're doing very well.
Yeah. And then whatever
6 bikes.
6 bikes.
2 cannons.
A warlock with another, looks like 4 bikes.
With 1 cannon.
Okay. Then over here, I got 3 Typhoon Speeders. You can't quite see it very well, but in there is a Dreadnought, and I'm using the Mortis Dreadnought from Forge World. I have the Dark Shroud, Samuel with 6 bikes with 2 melta-guns. I have a command squad with the banner, and then I have a librarian, just level 1 with the Auspex, and he has took prescience. Then I have another 6 bikes with 2 meltas. I have a 20-man just blob unit with a commissar and 2 auto cannons. And then my stuff that I have in reserve, I have 6 bikes that are going to outflank with 2 flamers. I have the platoon command squad with 2 flamers. Primaris Psyker, he got spontaneous combustion, and then the flame breath, they're riding in the Vendetta. So that's, I think, about it. Oh, forgot to mention he's got Dark Reapers up here. And what's the Exarch took the Eldar missile launcher. So, okay. We're going to try to see if I seize the initiative.
Ooh.
Close. No cigar. And warlord traits. Let's do that real quick. So Asserman is your warlord.
+1.
You rolled two of them. So you got +1 the to run rolls, and then split fire rules. So yeah, we'll see. Okay, end of Eldar turn 1. Just to follow up, it wasn't night fighting either. So what happened? The wave serpents kind of 2 moved over there, 2 moved over there. These guys basically tried to combine fire. The first one used its shield. Actually, I think both of them used their shields and fired on the Dreadnought here. It total caused 2 hull points. 3 glances total. One of them was from something else that I saved, and then the shields with no cover save got through. So almost first blood. The Dark Reapers that are up here basically shot at Samuel's squad. I Lookout Sarge, a couple made them. They have a 4-up from the power field generator, and then he ended up taking 1 wound. So over here, those guys did not use their shield, just fired the scatter lasers and the shuriken cannon into a 6-man unit here. Ended up killing 2 of them. I forgot to make my thing. 9's not good, so they're gonna run off the board. Let me see what that does. Hold on. Okay, made my fallback move. It was 7 inches, so I did not run off the board, so we're still good there. Okay, so we'll go on to Dark Angel's turn 1. Okay, so end of Dark Angel's turn 1. So pretty good. So I got a total of 3 points here today. So to start it out, let's see what happened. My bike dudes rallied. and then moved 3 inches, moved up, fired at that thing. Couldn't necessarily do anything. Ended up charging it, immobilized it. We tried to shoot it with these guys, couldn't do anything with it. The big thing here that we did, let's see. So these guys jumped over, cast prescience on them, and then these guys moved over here, Samuel's squad. The librarian and the command squad moved over to kind of keep within range. The space church just kind of moved up, keep within 6 inches over here. So what ended up happening was I started off with the dreadnought, and the dreadnought blew up that wave serpent. Awesome, first blood and a point. Then what I did is I fired with this squad here with the missile launchers with prescience and the blast templates, the frag ones, and did basically wiped them out. So that got me another point. Then what I did with these guys, I used with the banner, just shot all their bolters and the plasma cannon at their reapers. Killed some of them. I think there's a warlock left, maybe 2 of them. And then I ended up shooting with the librarian because he was the only one within range, didn't do anything. Anyways, they failed their morale check. They ran a little bit. So we'll see how that goes. And Space Church tried to shoot at something, couldn't do anything, and that's it. So alrighty, end of Eldar turn 2. So let's see what happened. So pretty much everything came in. Fire prism came in over there. Jet bikes came in. So let's see what happened. So first of all, the fire prism came in. I intercepted with my Mortis Dread and stunned it so that it had a snap fire. It then fired back at the Dread, did a wound, actually hit, and the Dread made his cover save. So this thing here shot at these guys, killed a couple of them. The Dark Reapers actually rallied and were able to move in. They're kind of hiding behind that. Those wave serpents just kind of moved back. The Dire Avengers, which were probably the MVP of this turn for him, got out of that, fired at the bike squad that was there, did like a ridiculous amount of wounds, had like 5 6s or something in there. So took them all out down to 1 and then ran back there. Then this wave serpent proceeded to just kill the sergeant. So these jet bikes just basically moved up over here, and so that's it. So we got a turn, or we got a point for Eldar for killing off that unit. So right now the score is 3-1. Alright, so end of Dark Angels turn 2. So let's see. The Vendetta came on. Vendetta came on and tried to shoot at that guy, tried to kind of keep its distance a little bit, and nothing really happened. My other bike squad, Outflank, came on over here. They tried to shoot at the Warwalker, or not the Warwalker, the Warlock and the Dark Reaper guys there. Didn't do anything. This unit, which was joined by the librarian actually cast prescience onto the land speeders, and then joined this unit over here with the banner. They fired at them, only killed 1 guy. They made their save. So this unit over here, the command squad, was then rejoined by Samuel because he lost a wound last turn, so just trying to kind of give him feel no pain and put him back there. So they kind of were barely in range to shoot at that wave serpent. Fired at it, didn't really do anything. The Space Church basically kind of moved and then moved over here, moved flat out. This guy couldn't do anything, the Dreadnought, because he fired his interceptor shot. And then these guys fired onto that wave serpent that was immobilized and wrecked it. Did 2 glances on it. And then the big one, I think these guys just do really well for me. You know, these land speeders, and especially with prescience on them. So they fired on the bike unit that was over here that had 5 dudes, which included a warlock, and just wiped them. So that's pretty good. So far now the scores were 5-1. Alrighty. Okay, end of Eldar turn 3. So let's see what happens. The Dark Reaper and his Warlock moved up in the building, tried to snap fire, couldn't do anything. These guys moved back, just kind of out of range over here, with the Fire Prism too moved back over there. The Farseer moved up and then cast Perfect Timing on this unit, and then cast Guide on the Fire Prism. The Guardians weren't kind of within range, so they moved and then ran, didn't really do too much. So with Perfect Timing, these guys tried to fire on the land speeders and hit some, but couldn't do anything to penetrate. Then the Fire Prism, which is pretty good, did the large blast one and wrecked like I think 2 or 3, maybe 2 of the guys out of the command squad. Then both both Wave Serpents fired on him. So the first Wave Serpent hit a bunch, killed the other, like I think the champion in it, and then the other Wave Serpent did like 7 or 8 wounds to it, and I was able to actually save or do my Feel No Pain with my Apothecary. So I was lucky because he was the closest one, and that could have been really bad. So right there, we're still good. I think he might end up using his assault move to move back, so if that changes a little bit. Alright. Okay, end of Dark Angels turn 3. So let's see what happened here. So these guys moved up. The other squad with the Librarian moved up. The Librarian cast Prescience on them again. They moved up. Space Church moved over here. The command squad with Samuel moved back. They ended up couldn't fire at anything, so they just kind of turbo boosted also. And then let's see here, what else? And then the Flyer moved over there. So the Flyer and the Imperial Guard over there proceeded to shoot at that squad, killed 2 of them. This unit here fired on this Fire Prism and ended up blowing it up, or wrecking it, I should say. And then over here, it took the combined shooting with the banner of these guys and that squad to kill the last 2 guys in there. So that gave me another point. The Dreadnought basically fired, tried to fire at a Fire Prism, couldn't do anything. So that's kind of about it. So at the end of turn 3, Dark Angels have 7, Eldar have 1. So we're contemplating kind of what we want to do here. So, all right. Alrighty, so we have decided to call it at turn 4. Just kind of looking at what I have and what he has left, and I'm up 7 points versus his 1. You know, it looks like I can get Line Breaker pretty easy. You know, I just have a lot of stuff here, so we decided to call it and kind of go over some stuff. So, you know, one of the things I think he was using, like double force organization, just to try to get some more HQs and stuff in there. I think maybe we could slim that down a little bit. The Wave Serpents are awesome. So in my opinion, I mean, those are way good. And I think next time we talked about it was doing the shields to take out these first. strength 7 with no cover save. That's a huge deal, and those guys did a lot of damage this turn. So, and then things of, we can kind of maybe cheapen up the troops for the Eldar to, add some more points to it. Not having the Farseer on the table and having it in reserve. I think if you had it on the table, just being able to cast powers and stuff would do a little bit better. So, I don't think necessarily a bad list, and I think the Wave Serpents are awesome. So, I mean, having 4 of them is insane. So I think that's a really good deal. I like the Fire Prism, love the bike squads, the Farseers. So just be a matter of kind of changing that up. As far as my list went, I think the list worked pretty well. I was, I don't know maybe what I would change. I was surprised that it kind of did well. Once again, these guys are really good, and Samuel almost always dies every game, so I almost always have to kind of maneuver him and put him into another unit to kind of keep him alive, but this time did pretty well. So overall, fun game, and we'll see it next time. All right.